Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for attending this seminar of commemoration of G30 PKI. Thank you very much for the respected speakers for accepting the invitation. I myself am Akmal Azizi and I will be the MC throughout this event. And just for your information, I am from Cilacap. So anybody that is from Cilacap, can you raise your hand? Ah, nobody, right? Nobody raised their hand. No problem. That's fine. That's fine. So I'm like the alien here, eh? So, as you know, September 30 is one of the important day of Indonesia. Even though today is not September 30, but yeah, I think it's fine for us to commemorate the event that took place on September 30, 56 years ago. So you may ask yourself, why is it important? Right? Well, to be honest, I and all the organizers, including speakers, or maybe you too have heard, some teenagers, I suppose, they want communism or PKI back in Indonesia. How irritating, isn't it? So that's why we arranged this event. We will learn what communism is, and history of PKI, and also why Pancasila is the best ideology for Indonesia. And now I will tell you the rundown of this event. First, there is Professor Moriarty, who will talk about what communism is. And after that, we will have a Q&A session for 30 minutes. Then the second speakers, Mr. Holmes, who will tell us the history of PKI and why Pancasila is the best ideology for Indonesia. And same as before, we will have a Q&A session for 30 minutes. Then at the end of this event, we will have a music performance. So, without further ado, let's us begin. But wait. Before we begin, we have a music performance to, kind of like release your tension. Yeah, I don't want you to be stressed. Let's make this, happy and fun. So yeah, let's give a big applause for the first band. Let's give a big round of applause once again. What a beautiful performance, isn't it? Okay, so now back to serious mode. As on schedule, we will have Professor Moriarty, who will tell us about what communism is. So yeah, give him a round of big applause, and please welcome Professor William James Moriarty.
On to everybody else and don't take responsibility for their actions. And again, hard to listen to somebody who's being like that. Penultimate, the sixth of the seven, embroidery, exaggeration.
Thank you very much, Professor. Okay, that was a speech from Professor Moriarty. Now we know that communism and atheism are not the same. Because communism, as it says, is a political, social, philosophical, and economical ideology. And now we will begin the Q&A session. So yeah, everybody, please prepare your patient, and for moderators, can you hear? Let's give the professor one round of applause. Okay, so first of all, I'm sorry for the audience that doesn't have time to ask the question because we have a time limit. And second, wow, really, thank you for your enthusiasm for this event. I can believe, almost all the audience will line up to ask the question. So yeah, give yourself a round of applause. You deserve it. And okay, now for the second speaker, we will have Mr. Holmes, and he will tell us the history of PKI and why Pancasila is the best ideology for Indonesia. So yeah, without further ado, let's give him a big round of applause, and please welcome Mr. Holmes.
And I have the blonde tips up top like I wanted to be in a boy band. Right? The theme was Into a Dream. I am no one's dream in this picture. Because growing up, I was never the life of the party or the class clown. My senior year, my senior superlative, I was voted teacher's pet. And this is going to surprise many of you, but it's because I am a nerd. And if you're wondering what type of nerd, the answer is yes. Computer, math, sci-fi, Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Holmes. So yeah, that is the history of PKI in Indonesia. I hope you can understand why we had and are afraid of PKI, and furthermore, I hope you also understand why Pancasila is the best ideology for Indonesia. Alright, we now come to Q&A sessions. Again, prepare your question, and for moderator, time is yours. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Thank you, Mr. Moderator. And give him a big round of applause once again. And also thank you to all the audience. Wow. You know what? I'm really touched by how big your enthusiasm for this event is. So yeah, come on. Give yourself a big round of applause too, you know? Yeah. Okay. So we've come to the end of the seminar, you know? Once again, thank you to all the audience. Thank you to Professor Moriarty. Thank you, Mr. Holmes, and also the moderators. Thank you to all organizers. There are so many things that we learned today. And I know, we can't take it all. We're just human after all. But at least, the seed of patriotism in our heart has grown even bigger and bigger. And last, as I said before, we will have a music performance. So give you a round of big applause for the closing band. I'm Akmal Azizi. I'm signing off. Thank you, and always remember, stay healthy. We will miss. Bye bye.
Kita 01. Kita 01. Sini semua tak ajari. Sekarang semua akan saya ajari bagaimana caranya memimpin negeri. Persetan cacian, persetan hinaan, kerja menghadapi masa depan. Ikuti saya ke TPS. Kau ingat nomor berapa? Bukan, itu capres sebelah. Kita 01.
Maju.
Saya Rabi Fadila.
Kita 01.